Alright, what's going on, ladies, gentlemen, and those who are confused? My name is Pingu, and today I've got a game of Hardpoint on Raid, and it is, of course, League Play again. And this game was awesome. It was one of the best comebacks I think we've ever had, and it was mostly due to goddamn motorcycle. Are you serious? Nobody wants to hear you. Yeah, buddy, you keep compensating for that small dick. Anyways, where was I? It's finally a nice day out here. I think it's about 18 degrees right now, and it's 8:30 in the morning, so summer is finally starting to show, and I'm very happy about that. So I got the window open, and that's why you can hear Buddy out on his motorcycle. You know, the louder the motorcycle, the bigger the dick. So, anyways. This game, yeah, it was awesome. We played really well. At the start we played decent, but the middle of the game our rotations were kind of shitty, and it allowed the other team to get a huge lead on us. And then by the end of the game, we just picked it up and hiked up our pants, and we managed to bring it back. And League Play is, I know I already said it last video, but it's so much fun, especially when you got a few other guys to play with, and just, it's a way to keep the game interesting and make it challenging still. So, yeah, I was going to talk about a few things with League Play. There's some subtleties and nuances about League Play that you don't really get in pubs. First and foremost being spawns, I think. Because, well, especially in Hardpoint, CTF and Search, obviously Search they don't matter, but CTF it's more about cutting off certain choke points. But Hardpoint, since each team doesn't really have a set spawn on either side of the map like you do in CTF, it's really important to hold down certain parts of the map that are going to be advantageous to you at certain points in the game. So right now you can see Pip and I have rotated over to the garage here because we know the hardpoint's going to be here next, and what we're trying to do is get the spawn for our team. And the only problem with doing stuff like this now is the fact that Treyarch messed with the spawns, because what you used to be able to do in Hardpoint was you'd be able to have one person sit in one part of the map, and your entire team would basically spawn on them. So as long as that one person was alive and the other team wasn't, basically right on top of them, your team would be able to spawn generally really, really close to the hardpoint and force the other team to spawn on the other side of the map. So it was a really important strategy to use in Hardpoint, because it basically allowed your team to get a bunch of points. And here I am rotating again, probably too late, because usually you should rotate about 20 seconds in, and this guy was doing the exact same thing. But it is very important. Spawns are very, very important at League Play, like 10 times more important than they are in public matches, because it literally can mean the difference between winning and losing. So I was just basically going to talk about, I guess, well, I should finish that thought about Treyarch messing with the spawns, because what they did was they made it so even if the person is holding down, even if you got one person on your team holding down a certain part of the spawn, the other team will spawn in another point that's also very close to the hard point. So it makes it basically so that you can't lock down a spawn anymore and force the other team to spawn on the other side of the map. And it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand your team can't hold down spawns, so it's very difficult to hold hard points now and get set up, but on the other hand it's easier to break hard points because you're not running for 10 seconds out of your spawn to try and get to the point. So what we're doing here is, again, I'm gonna cut off the spawn from Laundry here, and I do get a guy that's coming down, and there are a few. This middle hardpoint is just kind of a clusterfuck because there are so many entrances to it, and it's so difficult to hold it down well. And that's going to come into play later on, obviously, because it is the last hardpoint, and you guys will see what we do in order to do that. So yeah, right here there are 30 seconds left, so we're still going to continue pushing this thing and just try to basically contest it, because if the other team's on it, that's all we can really do At this point, we're only down by 40 points, it looks like. Yeah, 40 points. So You're going to see Pip and I probably rotate again here shortly. I should have been already probably, but yeah, see, there's a guy already rotated over here, so I'm going to take him out, and I'm going to try and lock down this point, because it's another one. To get the first few seconds on a hard point is very important, because it allows your team to get set up on it as well, and right here I wasn't able to do that, so their team got set up on it. I run trophies basically on all my hardpoint classes, because not a lot of people run them that I play with. Well, it depends on what classes they're using, but I'm basically always running trophies, and they're so important for making sure that the other team doesn't get you with concussions, they don't get you with nades, and it can really swing a hardpoint in your favor by just having a couple of trophy systems on it, because if you get stunned or something, you're basically dead in League play. Whether a guy will just throw a nade after that, or he'll rush you because he knows he can't move. Concussions and stuff are very important, so it's always good to have a counter to those in a couple of trophy systems, especially in hardpoint, where you're always on a certain point and there's always going to be people throwing stuff at you. That's a really good head glitch right there, that at Money Room there, if anybody was wondering. So now what we're going to do is, the other team we've noticed is, they're up still by about 40 points on us, and I'm just going to rush straight in and try to forcefully break this thing and just contest it for a while. And obviously I don't do my job completely well there, but what I should have been doing here is flanking probably and going through Money Room or something, and I'm not sure why I kept going to open stairs there, because it's just, we're basically just feeding them kill streaks right now. So here I go, I get another couple points, and it's even good to just hop on and grab those 200 points. Sometimes try and get close to a score streak, but yeah, again, I'm rotating pretty late here, and rotating is just, going from one side of the map to another, basically. That's what it is when I say that. And I was going to ask you guys, would you like me to record some live stuff? Because a lot of this, I'm never recording my own voice, and I could probably do it. I just never really have taken the time to do it, because I'm not sure if it's worth it, per se. But I'm thinking of doing that, where I'll hook up my mic and record my own voice chat as well, and just you guys can listen to all the callouts we're making as a team, because I think that's probably a good mix of things to have. Sometimes I'll commentate a game and I'll tell you, what we were doing the entire time and what I was thinking, and then some other times I'll just let you listen in to the live game chat, because I think that will give you guys quite an insight into callouts and rotations and all kinds of stuff that you don't get from just a regular commentary. So here again, we had a really bad rotation. We didn't I didn't leave the hard point till really late, and then this guy was cutting off the spawn through the middle. So I think we're still gonna get And here, this is showing the spawn. So since Treyarch messed with the spawns, I was able to spawn right there at the rock, and before that patch, we would have continued to spawn at garage. I don't doubt it at all. We would have still spawned there over and over for probably about 30 seconds, and the other team would have gained a whole lot of time on this point. So we're down by about 25 points right now, and it's coming up to the end of the game. There's about a minute left, and they're closing in on this hard point right now on us, and it's very important that it was very important that we held that thing to the very end, because now the other team is going to get 10 more seconds on this one, and that's going to mean we're going to have to hold this middle one for just about 30 seconds, and there's only 45 seconds left in the game, so that's 30 seconds uncontested on this hill. And I'm just going to let you guys watch this, because this is insane.
Got kitchen, open. Kitchen. He's hurt. Got him, got beat on. Come on, boys, push for that, let's go. Got him. Another item. Kitchen. Got him. Stop staying. Nice.
You got the way.
Open.
Oh. Fucking ultimate comeback.
Nice job, grunts.
So there you have it. One of the best comebacks I think we've ever made. Holding down that center hardpoint is not easy, and we managed to do it for more than 30 seconds, almost 40 actually. And a big shout out to my boys for a great game. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll talk to you later.